Hello and welcome to the Slingshot Channel. This episode is a mix of my IWA visit, some cold steel news and also a small update from here. You remember the paper plane flechette that I made? I changed it so I can fire it from a crossbow. So I added 2 hooks and I also drilled a hole through so I could attach like a lanyard. And it's not going to be shot by just any crossbow, but by my trusted machete shooter. Maybe you remember it. It's a little bit dusty but still fully functional. The idea is that this knot would slip inside here, like this, and then you push it upwards like this, and then the shot falls. Okay, as you see, it's fully cocked now. Let's look at the target. So the nice thing is that it embedded itself completely into the archery format. It hit my metal catch box. Still, I can bend it back into shape and it's as good as new. So I also visited the IWA show in Germany upon special invitation by Cold Steel, and of course I had to bring them some presents. So I made some slingshots for Lynn and his team. I really like those. And also they gave me some presents back, some wonderful blades and knives. And the one that I want to show you today is this one. So this is the biggest version of the holdout. As you know, I like big knives. And this is just a beautiful big knife. And it also has the serrated edge, which I think is about most dangerous in combat. This is not a utility knife, this is a fighting knife. So Cold Steel had of course some cool stuff that I had to look at. The Chinese war sword, really nice. And what I really love is that it's not wobbly. I thought it would be very wobbly, but it isn't. I think that would be a mighty smasher. I think I gotta have one. So that's a new machete sword they make, and it's called a chopper. I like that word. And I think that's exactly what it's capable of doing. It has a really wide blade, and I think it looks a little bit like an orc weapon. Like an Urukai sword. So this is the dagger that they've been selling for a while, and it never really looked appealing to me in the brochure. But you see, if you really see it in life, you can see that it's hollow ground. So it's extremely sharp, and I think it glitters like jewelry. So here's my challenge for the summer, the torpedo. The torpedo weighs 2 pounds, it's massive solid steel, it's not hollow, it has 2 mean edges, and I think it just deserves to be shot from a shoulder-mounted crossbow. And then I walked the show floor and discovered this fine axe that I really appreciate. That would make a great zombie killer. Some say just a double-barrel side-by-side is all you need. And I found the one that I want. It's 4 caliber. I think it's an elephant rifle. I love it. Look at the size of the bullet. So, and then I visited the air rifle maker that makes this air gun that shoots arrows. So I'm here at FX Air Guns, a company from Sweden. I visited them last year and I was actually amazed by what they do. Because what this is, they got this new this year. This is actually a shooter that shoots arrows with compressed air. And the way how it's done is you slide the arrow over a thin tube, and then the pressurized air shoots the arrow without any wobbling, without any archer's paradox. And the best thing is that they included a pump. So you can use this pump here to pump it up to crazy pressure. So you're not depending on any kind of air compressor and so on. You've got 2 reserve arrows here, which gives it the best, most aggressive look I've ever seen on an air gun. And see also how compact it is. It doesn't need a long barrel. Now, if you live in Germany, you're familiar with the law. The law limits the power on air guns to a ridiculously low 7.5 joules. This one, if they manage to get the certificate from the government, this one exceeds this because it can only shoot arrows. This is not a pellet shooter. So therefore it's not pushing a projectile through a barrel, which makes it unregulated. So if they can get this done, this will be the most dangerous, most powerful, and just most exciting air gun that you can possibly buy in Germany. I love it. I like Barnett too, because Barnett makes the most extreme crossbows. So I visited them.
This is our Barnett Ghost 410. Still an aluminum flight track like it was last year. Some of the biggest differences that you're going to see is that the axle to axle is about 2 inches narrower, totaling out at about 20 inches. And we've also removed the anti-vibration off of the limbs, all in all reducing the weight of the front end by over a pound. We've also been able to decrease the length of the bow to make it easier to cock. And with doing so, between that and the limbs, we were able to establish another 10 feet per second.
So you effectively made it lighter, more compact and faster.
Yes, sir. It is exactly that, lighter, faster, and stronger.
I do get some presents from fans every now and then, and I really appreciate it. I want to take me the time and show one of each in every video that I make. This one came from Kiev, from Ukraine. Alexei sent it to me, and it's a handmade pouch for ammo. And I think it's really good, because as you know, I always keep them in my pocket, which isn't a good idea. This can be attached to the belt, and it's well made and looks fantastic. Thanks, Alexei. I really appreciate it. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks and bye-bye.